We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check 48 to Mike. That's what I do. Mike 48. Mike 48.
They go play action here on first down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 52's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over first and 10.
New York set to take the field. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
48, Mike.
At the 32-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper taking it in. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Hey, Charlie! Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, here we go. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, New York.
Sterling Shepard, 44 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Check 52 to Mike. 47.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Prescott on the right side. This is Austin with a catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's
all that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. Going right side, he has Witten. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Caught left side by Cobb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
47.
Prescott yet again. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
After one, 17-7 is our score. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hard. Bang, bang. Go.
Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Kill. Turn up. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Prescott now on second down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. To give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm going back to you. 48 for Mike. So we got man.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. 48's the mark. Here we go. Let's bring it.
A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 43 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Get it.
A handoff to Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Man. These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Down. 90 Wolf. Stand. Go.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's caught at the 3. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up.
He's got a man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be active.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
It's a pickup of 3.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Jones, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Five. Ready.
Jones now from the downhill throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, check right. Watching your five. It's going to be a long Leo. It's going to be a long day. Whip. Watch the five.
Jones throwing on third and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 6-yard line.
You can't block me. 6 guys. Check 6.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Here we go, 47. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. We're going to 54,
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Switch up, switch up. Get it.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running left, it's Barkley. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike 48. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, Zoo. 48 for Mike. I got you.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On first down, it's Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Brushing off defenders. Shrugs off another. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. Taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Yep. Hey, lock it. 54. Hit it.
On first and 10, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Jones now throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Hey, Echo. Now. Mike 54. 6-man.
Jones on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On third down, Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Yes, yes. 55. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. Look at me. Score. Me and you. Kill.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. He'll take it. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Coleman, 31 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give me some. Here we go. Shift. Sponge.
1st down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, high 7. I got it. Mike 48. He's time. Rock it. Jim.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll air this one toward Coleman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arm.
Jones hit and the ball's out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy Gregory. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. Now Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Set. 60 or. 55 to Mike. Hey, wahoo! Hard, hard.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On first down, Jones is going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike. Yo, go, go. Okay, double up. Joker. Get it.
From the 39, Jones. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now, and Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 51 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Elliott. There's the stiff arm. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 38 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Check.
They begin with a run by Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Look at me. Zipper. Watch the screen. Watch that.
Jones operating from the gun. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. 90, look. Smooth.
He's telling you, he's telling the run, telling the run. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. After the sack on 1st down, Jones, now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Dallas, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the